So, we are in Mongolia. Now, this is not the video we intended to do when we got here. We actually had a whole bunch of footage filmed and pictures taken of the entire trip, but our laptops are not quite set up to do our video editing software, so that video is going to have to wait a little bit. But we did want to go ahead and tell everybody kind of what our first impression is, because we got here Wednesday and it is now Sunday. So technically this is our first week. It's not a full week, but you know, it's the first Sunday. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of talk about it a little bit. So I guess let's go ahead and start with Zai, and you can kind of tell what you think about it. What do you think? You've been here for a couple of days. Come on around to the side with the camera and bring Domino so everybody can kind of see him also. So here's Zai and Domino. Yep, this is the X in the X, and this is the D. This is Domino. This is Zai and Domino. So, what do you think?
It's really nice. Our apartment is big for an apartment, but it's not like as big as a house. I really like it. We have a few necessary things. We got a coffee maker. I'm very happy that we got a coffee maker. But we have a kettle, we have pots, pans, utensils.
Got a rice cooker.
We have a rice cooker, yes.
Very
we have
important.
toaster, those for free. We went to a lot of places like E-Mart.
You didn't go to Noman Market, but I did.
Yeah. We went to a national park, which we're going to make a video on. I'm going to film Daily Dose of Domino shorts, and probably won't be daily. I will film when I can, and post it when I can, because Domino, he's a good boy, and you can watch him. That would be
here he comes.
very nice. Oh, Daily Dose of Domino.
Yeah, he's a good dog. He says, yep. Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the getting here, because this is some of the stuff that's going to be included in the other video, and when we do that, we might cut.
Very many pictures I'm going to be in the video, mainly sky pictures.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful pictures of sky, because there was a lot of flight time. Lots and lots and lots of flight time. Although actually, surprisingly enough, there was more layover time than flight time, I think. Well, no, let me think. If we add it all up.
Yes, there was more layover time than flight time.
Not if we add the two together. There was technically slightly more flight time, because flying from Korea to Ulaanbaatar was a 4-hour flight, even though we lost an hour going backwards, so it seemed like a 3-hour. Oh no, it was a 3-hour and like 40-minute flight, and we lost an hour, so it seemed like a 2-hour flight. So if you added the actual flight time, it was technically 1 hour more flight time than layover time. Well, but only very technically.
Well, technically, if you...
Oh no, because we did have the delay, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have the delay. So I think it ended up being about equal. I think. I don't know. It's real weird. But either way, it basically meant that I didn't sleep for 3 days.
He's not letting me bite his ear.
It's probably because you've been doing it for like the whole week and he's tired of it. He's like, no, I know what you're going to do. He's like, instead I'm going to lick up your nose. See?
He didn't lick up my nose.
So here's the whole like rundown, right? So we get to the airport and things go pretty good.
The coffee maker was very expensive.
Yeah, but it was your birthday present, so you know, birthday presents they don't count. So anyways, we get to the airport at Dallas. Things go pretty good. Domino is great. Now, we were nervous about him on the flight because, unfortunately, when we went to get him checked in, he was being very good, but he got super nervous when I set him on the scale to weigh, because of course it's a cold metal scale, and then the lady goes to put the tag on him, but he, I assume, thinks that she's gonna take him, and he's usually not okay with people taking him from us in weird situations, and so he, you know, reacted. And she kind of pulled back, and I was like, hey, well, you know, and I calmed him down, and she put the tag on him, And so we went to look for the muzzle, and we thought we didn't have his muzzle. Turns out we did. It was just in a different bag than where we thought we had it.
It was in my laptop bag.
Yeah, and we don't know how it got switched to different bags. One of us must have switched it. We don't know who. We don't know how. It doesn't matter.
It was probably me, because I was going to take him on a walk.
Yeah.
And I was going to put his muzzle on before we left.
You know, somebody switched it, but whatever. So luckily we have it because we need it here. Okay, so that meant we had to go the 14-hour flight from Dallas to Incheon with Domino in his crate with no muzzle. And that's kind of a big deal because if he gets barky and whiny, that is a problem. But he was a superstar. He literally made noise one time, and that's only when we put him under the seat initially, and he was fine. And then when the person who was sitting in the seat that he was under sat down, and it made a bunch of noise and stuff, and only at that time did he make noise, and we calmed him down, and then he was quiet and calm the whole flight. 14 hours. This dog did not whine, did not bark.
He whined a little bit, but not much.
I mean, not like an actual whine. Like, he made, like, you know, like, kind of like noises, but not like an actual, like, audible whine. Like, the children on the flight were noisier and more disruptive. Literally, when we pulled him out and started to walk off the plane, stewardesses were like, oh, there was a dog on the plane? Multiple people said to us, I didn't even know there was a dog here. Like,
and on the
that's how surprised they were.
And on the second flight, some stewardess even pet him while he was in his box.
Yeah, and on the second flight, he actually was even calm enough that he let people pet him, and, like, you know, so he was an absolute superstar on the plane. Like, however, Zai and I were so nervous about him making noise since we didn't have his muzzle that we didn't sleep on either of the planes. We were both like, oh my god, Domino, please, 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 we do not want you taken from us, we do not want you not being able to make it. So it was a big deal. So we didn't sleep, like, on either of those. And then in Incheon, I was trying to keep a watch out for these two, so I took a 20-minute cat nap. So over the course of the whole 3 days from Dallas to Ulaanbaatar, I slept 20 minutes.
No.
Was it more?
Yes.
Did I get another nap at some point?
Yes.
Okay.
So 20 minutes at first when we were over in the little area, and then we moved seats. And then we moved seats in Incheon, and you slept again.
Okay.
So you slept at least twice.
Yeah. Well, how much did I get that second time? Yeah. Anyways, I got two short naps.
It was at least 30. It was at least an hour.
Was it? Okay. I
think it was 2, maybe.
I know it wasn't enough that my watch didn't register that I had slept at all.
I think it was 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah.
I just don't think the watch was working at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that it's enough that my watch has it listed as a day of, like, no sleep. Even though I know I did get sleep, my watch like doesn't have it listed. So it's really funny.
Because I'm pretty sure you went to sleep at like 2 or 3, maybe even 1.
Yeah, and the only actual like bad incident we had the whole time, aside from Domino like getting a little nervous and growling and barking at a couple of people, was unfortunately, and this was a weird situation. This was an unexpected bad interaction that was entirely unexpected because it was just out of the blue. The security like pass through at Incheon was, I have to say, of all the flights that I've ever taken, and this includes being publicly searched because of the x-ray machines and like other frustrating situations, having our bags like pulled apart because of them thinking bombs because we had too many books in the bag. Like, of all of the things that I have gone through that have been frustrating or irritating or problematic, I've never had a situation where the people have been actively rude or terrible until South Korea.
Yeah, like
the security
the family behind
people at South Korea. Yeah,
there
like
was a family behind us, and they had like, or I think they were in front of us actually.
You know, they were technically it ended up being in between. They were behind us, but they technically ended up being in between us because Zai and I got split up because of a situation that happened.
But they had a 3D printer and all, and the security guards were checking that bag, and they said it was a 3D printer. And when they checked it all, they
like totally shoved everything out of it, like messed it all up, then just like jammed it back in the bag, like in a terrible way,
the crate
and like
that
threw
it
it
was in onto the table.
I mean, like audibly, like threw it to where it like bounced when it hit, and I was just like,
They didn't
why?
do that bad with ours.
Well, except for the fact that they pulled a 12-year-old kid aside and basically were berating them about doing things when they sent the mom back the other way, and it's just like, could you not wait 5 seconds or like bring me back through and then work with this?
Alone, and so,
even though like we were it was
and so I was like, my mom has my passport, I don't have it on me. And they were still like searching my bag without like asking or permission or like getting somebody.
Which I understand that they can search it. We understand the whole thing. It was just the way that they did everything. They were rude to just about everybody. Like they were just being rude and brusque and just mean to everybody. And it was just really weird because there wasn't even that many people. It wasn't like that they were like slammed because it was super early. They were just being mean, and I don't know why. It was weird.
They pulled out of my bag that they had
a butter knife.
Was a barely serrated butter knife. Like it was like that much serrated on the very end.
And the funny thing was, we were on Korean Air to fly into Incheon.
They didn't have a problem.
And we were flying out of Incheon, a transfer, not even leaving the terminal, flying out on Korean Air. And the security person looked me in the face and told me, you have to get permission from your flight, from your airline to carry this. And I was like, we flew in on Korean Air and we're flying out on Korean Air, and that's in a carry-on bag that came in on Korean Air. And I was like, I'm not going to argue with you. If you have to take it, take it. Because I wasn't going to argue. Like, I saw how they treated everybody else, and I was like, I'm not about to have my trip in an international flight after the way that I've literally watched you guys no, not happening. So, and it was weird. Like they were rude. No, nobody else in the airport was. Like everybody else and I gotta say, Korean Air, that flight was amazing. Like the stewardesses were wonderful. The planes were great. Everything about the airline was wonderful. This was an Incheon airport security. They were actively it felt like they were just trying to be mean to everybody that came through.
The other bad thing was I lost my coffee cup.
Oh yeah.
But I did get a new one, and it's in a pouch.
Yeah.
And I want to show you. It has a rabbit and another rabbit.
Actually, I would like to point out that's not a rabbit. That's a rabbite. It's a thing from Secret of Mana. No, it says rabbite. Look. It's a rabbite. It's just funny. Sure. It's a thing from it's a thing.
The only
if you don't know, you don't know.
Was when I was trying to put the lid on, it was like doing the slanty thing when you put it on wrong.
Yeah, they were very irritated about that. Till they figured it out.
Till I figured it out. Look, so here, let me do it. See, it was doing that, right? Where it was up on this side.
Camera's here.
It was up on this side and then fully down on this side. So I had to make sure to tighten it, and then I learned you have to tighten it all the way, because that's not tightened all the way, even though it looked like it was and seemed like it was, and then it's correct. Then it goes correct, and I was so annoyed and pissed off at it.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal.
Yeah, because it was just no, I can't do that. Can't do that. It needs to be proper. If it's not proper, then it's not correct, and
Yeah, but so flight-wise,
so I'm very happy. I did not have to throw it, and I was very close to throwing this at the wall.
I'm glad they didn't, because we're in an apartment. That'd be bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Incheon, we're there for 17 hours, and again we have the dog, and Incheon not pet friendly. So if you have a pet and you're in Incheon, not pet friendly. Just remember that.
Be very careful.
Yeah, not yeah. 17-hour layover, so that's the other reason I didn't sleep, because watching the kid, the dog. Let them sleep for a bit, though, so.
I'm stealing this real quick, because I want to show them the coffee maker.
No, not at the moment. We'll do a tour. No, we'll do a tour and a thing of that later. That'll be the next video.
I wanted to show them the coffee maker.
We'll do that in the next video, trust me. And you can explain the whole thing with the coffee maker, I promise.
It was very expensive, but it's a very nice coffee maker. I really like it.
Yep, and it was a birthday present, and you can explain that one. Okay, so then Incheon, so we get through Incheon, fly in, land in Ulaanbaatar, and go through the visa process. It was pretty good, a little hectic, just because never done that before. Ended up having to fill out some forms that we'd already filled out. It was a whole thing, but they ended up calling my HR rep, and that all got solved out. Went through the immigration thing, got through that, and met our contact person. They were great, and then we got to experience traffic in Ulaanbaatar. And let me tell you, if you've ever heard about what the traffic is like in Ubi, they probably did not tell you exactly what it's like, because I do not know if it's possible to describe it. I cannot even describe it, but it is, let me just put it this way. I told the person that was driving us, and I will say his name, but I will absolutely mess it up. He was a wonderful guy. He was great. It was wonderful.
Okay, here, I'll try and explain the traffic. So imagine you're like driving, and like the road's really busy, right? But instead of it like going smoothly, it's like all stoplights. So like you're going and stopping, and then going and stopping, and like that's basically how it was. But like it was sudden stops, and so it like you slam on your brakes basically. So imagine slamming on your brakes, but like doing that over and over.
Here's a great. I think I've got a great analogy. Imagine you're at an amusement park and you're playing bumper cars, but the goal is to get as close to everybody as you can without actually hitting them. So you're just trying to run as close as you can, but you can't hit anybody. And everyone's playing that game. And that's kind of what it felt like. Yeah. And it was interesting.
If you do ever come to Mongolia though, and you do kind of want to fit in better, don't like run across the street, just like, walk across it. Like we learned that Mongolians just like walk across the street at good times, and the cars don't. It's not like the USA at all, where it's like they're fast and you can't just cross the street. You have to like watch for cars a lot. Like you kind of want to make sure you're not in any.
I mean, you do watch. Like I'm not saying you just like step out in the street and whatever, but
yeah, you do watch, but like you just kind of walk across the street like you would be walking down a sidewalk, basically at a normal pace.
It's hard to describe.
At a reasonable pace, though, because you don't want to go too slow, because that would.
Yeah, we're gonna have to film it to really describe it, but yeah, no, it's because it is. Zai's not wrong. It's really hard to describe exactly like. But if you pay attention, you'll notice people that haven't really understood. And we've only been here for 4 days, but you really do see the difference, because there's like this posture that you have to take. Like in the U.S., when you go to cross the street and the street's busy, and you kind of have to do that like hunch and look, and the way I described it is it's like you're in a war zone, because the people aren't going to stop. They're going to honk, and they're going to hold down their horn, and they're going to drive at you, and they're just going to keep going, and they're just going to hit you, or even speed up, because it's the road, and the road's for cars, and you're in their way. And it's your fault, kind of thing. It's kind of the sense of American entitlement, I guess, is how it is. That's not like that here, and it's really cool. Like the fact that an 8-year-old kid can ride their bike through these streets and they're safe is amazing. Do
you think Domino would look good in a dress, and if so, what color? Because I kind of want to get him a dress.
I mean, I don't know that he would want to wear it. We can't even keep his tie on him very much, but we'll see. Okay.
He does have little ties. I want to show you the ties.
My kid doesn't have ADHD. I don't know what you're talking about.
Should I show the ties on Domino or off Domino?
I would show them off Domino, because he's too much. So we got to the apartment. Everything was great, except there were a couple of problems that almost all of them have been fixed. Problem one, internet. We were supposed to have internet, and we've been talking back and forth, and so the whole plans and everything that we had hinged upon us having internet for, being able to like map out things and figure out where to go for shopping and all that stuff. Just a second. And there was no internet, so we kind of had to figure that out. And for the first couple of days, it was kind of scary and kind of hectic. And that's when we got to find out exactly how awesomely nice Mongolians are. These are incredibly nice people.
Somebody at the Nice to See You let us use their hotspot because...
Twice, 2 different people.
Yeah, so that we could use the Wi-Fi and find our way.
And that's another thing we're going to talk about in another video is if you do come to Mongolia, Nice to See You and GS25 are your absolute lifesaver, and it is the way you navigate this city if you want to save your data, and if you just kind of want to know how to get anywhere. You can look from one Nice to See You, and if you look around, you'll probably see another one, and you can walk into just about any one of the malls, and there'll be a Nice to See You or a GS25, and the thing about those
are everywhere.
The thing about them is they will have clean bathrooms, they will have friendly, nice staff, they will have free Wi-Fi.
Oh, the only thing that I found out about the Nice to See You near us, they didn't have lights in the bathroom.
Oh, so, really?
Yeah, the lights didn't turn on, and I didn't see any light switch outside or inside it, so I just used my phone light. But can I show you this light?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so he has 3 types. 1.
I tell you, no ADHD here. No ADHD.
He has this little black and white tie. Oh, that's backwards. He has this little black and white tie. Black and white tie, black and white striped. This one is the one that he got from grooming. We have this little plaid one. This is the one that Gambit, one of our other dogs who's still in America, got from grooming. And we took all of the ties with us because he just looks adorable in them.
Also, Gambit doesn't keep them on.
The plaid one, and my favorite that wasn't my favorite. My favorite out of all of them is this purple one with flowers, because purple is my favorite color. Oh, yeah. Purple's my favorite color, and it has little pink, white, and yellow flowers, and I really like it. But we have games too. We have like three games.
We need to finish talking about our trip here. We can talk about those things in future videos, future topics.
I forgot about that. I'm sorry.
So, anyways, internet. So it took about 2 days to get the internet sorted out, but then we got Wi-Fi. There are pigeons.
It's pretty pigeons.
And they're actually pretty nice.
Yeah, they sometimes sit on our window. So.
Yeah.
She has a picture of one on our window, so it's very nice.
So the internet, we got it set up in about 2 days, and so we had Wi-Fi, so that was nice because that meant that I was able to start mapping things out. We still didn't have an eSIM, but they were working on that. And then that got set up, I want to say on Friday, which meant that I was able to then have all of that. It took a little bit longer to get our computers set up because we didn't want to have those on an adapter, just because fear of fire and stuff like that. So we wanted to get the actual cables that we could use because we did have dual voltage charger blocks for the laptops, but we didn't have the actual cords to plug in. And it was a little bit difficult to find a place to get those cords. I finally did, but it ended up I ended up walking 15 miles that day because that was before I got my eSIM set up. So I didn't have an ability to get UB cab or any of the other stuff. So I ended up walking across the city. And this is what I mean about Mongolians just being nice. I walked 15 miles over and then back again. And everywhere that I stopped to ask to make sure that I was going the right way, or when I stopped in somewhere because when I had Googled it or when I had checked with ChatGPT or something about, was this a place that I might be able to get the computer parts? And they were like, no, we only sell computers. We don't sell parts. They would direct me to another place that might be where I needed to go. They would let me use the store Wi-Fi. They would give me directions. I used my phone. My spouse set me up with, before we left, an unlocked dual SIM Samsung Fold 7, which... free advertisement for them. It is an amazing phone and it has been a lifesaver. I have worked with basically everybody using Google Translate and the translation app. Unfortunately, the cool Translate app that comes with Samsung, and it is amazing for this Fold 7, doesn't have Mongolian, but neither does Google Translate. So I can only do text translation with Google Translate. Unfortunately, Mongolian is just not a language that's supported. But I also talked about that in a previous video, how Mongolian is just a language that is hard to find resources for. So hey, if somebody could get on that, that would be amazing, because these are amazing people and they deserve way more support than they get. Because they're amazing and this city is amazing. But I mean, everybody, like, and I will say that people are amazingly helpful and they are super friendly. They are standoffish in the sense that the way that it seems is that it's, you leave each other alone and you don't, like, but if you need help, you step up and you say, hey, I need help. And the moment you say that, boom, they'll help you. But the moment that you're done, and then it's just gone. Like, there was a lady that was talking to me in the street, and I need to go, and I was just like, hey, I need to go, zap. And she's like, zap. And then we just done, like, instantaneous, no anything, and we just walked off. Yes, go ahead.
I have ducks. This one's squeaky. It has a bandana.
Okay, that was really loud and right in my ear.
I'm sorry, that was
It's okay.
I realized. But it's squeaky. It has a bandana. This my other mom found on a car. It was like an ad thing that she got. This one, my old teacher found outside. It's a dragon. She gave it to me. I like it. This one he found on just a bench. It's a shark duck. I really like it. And then I just have this bag of trinkets with tons of tiny ducks.
Cameras here.
With tons of tiny ducks and some frogs in it. See, frog. And I have some mushrooms in it too, and it's just like tons of just tiny trinkets.
Yep, we have about 3.5 minutes left.
Okay.
Yep, we're good. Okay, so I said 3 problems, and it was Wi-Fi, it was the eSIM. Both of those have been solved. And the third problem, and this is one that I haven't worked out yet, but I'm still Googling, I'm still trying to figure it out. And tomorrow I have to go finish up my immigration stuff, and it's the health checkup. So I'm going to be meeting my HR manager for the school, and we're going to go do the health checkup. I don't know where that is. I meet them at 9 o'clock, and then I guess we go wherever we're supposed to go for that. From what I've researched, it's all the same stuff that I submitted to them anyways for my health stuff, so I'm not really worried about it. But and it is hot water. I don't know how we do hot water or what we do for hot water. I assume we have hot water because, like, our water filter has a hot water thing for it, but we don't have hot water running to it. And all the taps have hot water, like, stuff to turn hot water, like they've got the both directions kind of thing. But the people that were in the apartment before us, I assume, used like the Japanese style bathing thing, because it's Japanese style bathing with the big, like, spoon over you kind of thing. So maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so I'm going to ask about that, because for now we've been taking very cold showers. However, that's fine because it's actually pretty warm here. Not like overly warm, because it's dry, so it's hot, but it feels better than being in Arkansas. So
I got a pink sparkly fan.
Yes.
It's rose gold.
Again, no ADHD in this family, I promise. But basically, long story short, because we are running up on the 30-minute mark, and that's kind of where I would like to keep things under, is it's been awesome. It's been an adventure so far. I'm really looking forward to things. It's only been 4 days, but it feels like a lot longer. And we're working on trying to learn Mongolian and trying to get everything set up. We got to get some furniture because we don't really have much in the way of that yet. But of course, we also don't have much in the way of our funding stuff yet, because I haven't been able to go to the bank and get my funds switched over. We got to get reimbursed for our visa stuff as well. So, we're kind of in a getting our feet under us mode. We're mostly over all the jet lag and stuff. However, all of the walking is a little bit tiring. I haven't yet figured out the Ubi cab system. I am on Viber, so I'm kind of, slowly getting there. There's a lot to do when you move to a new country, and That's why I wanted to get here early, because imagine trying to do all of this and get my classes set up and get my kids' school set up all at the same time. That would be even more exhausting. So, there'll be more videos coming, obviously, as we talk about all of the things that you heard the kiddo talking about that I wanted to tell you about in this one. And yeah, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. There's a whole lot more that we could tell you about that we've learned in just these 4 days, but I gotta tell you, Mongolia is amazing. I'm already in love with the people. I'm already in love with the city. It is an absolutely amazing place. And yeah, so bye bye.